My brother uninvited me from his wedding yesterday because I refused to apologize for something I said to his fiancée 6 months ago, and now my parents are saying I need to be the bigger person, or I'm going to regret missing his wedding for the rest of my life. I'm 28 and my brother Chris is 31. We've always been close, or at least we were until he started dating his now fiancée Madison about 2 years ago. Madison is fine, she's polite, she's pretty, she has a good job, but from the beginning, something about their relationship felt off to me. Chris has always been kind of a people pleaser, the type who struggles to say no to anyone. Madison is the opposite. She's very clear about what she wants, and she's not shy about making sure she gets it. I noticed pretty quickly that Chris was changing things about himself to accommodate her. He stopped going to our family's Sunday dinners because Madison doesn't like big family gatherings. He quit the softball league he'd played in for years because Madison thought it took up too much of his time. Little things that individually seemed reasonable, but together painted a picture I didn't love. Last summer, Chris and Madison came to my apartment for dinner. Chris went to take a phone call from work, and Madison and I were alone in the kitchen. She was talking about the wedding planning and mentioned casually that Chris had wanted his best friend Ryan to be his best man, but she'd convinced him to choose his cousin instead because she didn't like Ryan. I asked why she didn't like Ryan. She said he was immature, and she didn't want him in the wedding photos. I said that seemed harsh considering Ryan and Chris had been best friends since college. Madison said Chris understood that sometimes you have to make sacrifices in relationships. I don't know what came over me, but I said it sounded less like a sacrifice, and more like she was rewriting Chris's entire life to suit her preferences. Madison got very quiet. She said she didn't appreciate my tone. I said I didn't appreciate watching my brother lose himself. Chris came back into the kitchen right as Madison started crying. She told him I'd attacked her for no reason. I tried to explain what I'd actually said, but it came out defensive and weak. Chris asked me to apologize. I said I didn't think I should have to apologize for being honest. They left shortly after. Chris called me the next day and said Madison was really hurt, and I needed to apologize if I wanted to be part of the wedding. I said I'd think about it. I never apologized. I told myself I didn't say anything wrong. Chris and I barely spoke for the next few months. I was still on the wedding invite list, but things were tense. Last week, my mom called and said I needed to fix things with Chris and Madison before the wedding. I said I'd be polite at the wedding, but I wasn't going to apologize for something I stood by. My mom said I was being stubborn and prideful. Yesterday, Chris called me. He said Madison didn't feel comfortable having me at the wedding given our history and the fact that I'd refused to apologize. He said if I wanted to come, I needed to call Madison and make things right. I told Chris I loved him, but I couldn't apologize for being honest about what I saw. Chris said I'd made my choice then, and hung up. My parents are furious with me. My dad said I'm throwing away my relationship with my brother over pride. My mom said I'm going to regret this when I'm sitting at home the day of his wedding. They both say I should just apologize even if I don't mean it because family is more important than being right. My best friend thinks I'm being unreasonable. She says even if I was right about Madison, telling her to her face wasn't productive and I should apologize for how I said it even if I stand by the content. My other brother thinks Chris is being controlled but won't say it out loud because he doesn't want to get uninvited too. The wedding is in 3 weeks. I got a text from Madison today saying she hopes I can find it in my heart to put Chris's happiness first. Am I the asshole?